What's up guys, Tank from Team Reaper Actual here, and today we have our first episode of a series called The Repair Report, where I will be taking customers' guns and doing a little review and letting you guys know what was wrong with the gun and what I did to it to get it back working. So right here we have 6mm Badgers VFC Avalon, and he gave it to me saying that the FPS was inconsistent and it just wasn't shooting as good as when he first got it. This gun is only maybe a few months old, and he was saying there's some problems with it. So I took it home. First thing I did was check the FPS, and it was fluctuating between 280 and 320 FPS, which is a huge fluctuation, and the manufacturer stated FPS is actually 390. So while I was taking apart the gun, first thing I noticed was there was a lot of residue and a really bad smell coming from the buffer tube. I asked, did a battery explode in this gun? And he said yes. He actually had a Lipo fire inside of the gun. And after that Lipo fire, he proceeded to keep on using it, and that's what made a bunch of residue, black ash or whatever, just circulate through the gearbox and even into the motor grip. So when I took it apart, there was black stuff everywhere. The inside of the gearbox was actually charred and crispy, so I took a wire brush and I cleaned out the inside of the gearbox shell, and I fixed his compression and cleaned out the cylinder, literally everything in this gearbox, getting all of that black roasted 11.1 Lipo battery residue out of his gun. So after doing a full clean and compression check, I was able to get the gun back 100% in working condition. So that's one thing to remember. If a Lipo battery does explode in your gun, do not just clean out the buffer tube, or don't just use it right after that, because residue will get into your gearbox and that stuff will circulate. If you have a Lipo fire, you have to take apart your gun and you have to clean out the residue, because it's going to affect your gun's performance. So luckily, not too much damage. I was able to clean everything without replacing any parts, and so I got it back to working condition. So now we're going to do a quick shooting and chrono test to show you guys what the aftermath is. Alright guys, this is the chrono test of the VFC Avalon using 0.2 gram Elite Force BBs. 394, 393, 393, 395, 392, 391, 389, 387, 390. So average of 390 FPS, which is the manufacturer stated FPS. Alright, and now we're on to the shooting test portion. I'm using Elite Force 0.25 gram BBs and a 1200 milliamp 11.1. Unfortunately, it doesn't fit, so I just have the wire sticking out. But we're going to shoot some shots on semi and then switch to full on. So trigger response on 11.1 without a electronic trigger, it's actually not that bad. So now I'm going to put some bursts of full auto. Nice. So yep, it feeds every BB flawlessly, and I'd say this gun is 100% complete and ready to go. So if you guys enjoyed the video, go ahead and leave a like and consider subscribing, and we will be doing more repair videos in the future. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the field.